playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Throwing to start the drive. Winters, open man is Uzama. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Holding, offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. Winters. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Jackson. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
A 1st down carry for Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Steps away. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, you got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 71 yards. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
They put a lot of effort into game playing, establishing this ground game last week, and reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process, and really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Throwing on first down. Winters dancing to his left. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jacoby Myers. 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense back out again, and there's the burner, Anthony Schwartz. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. From the 29, Herbert. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Herbert. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11. Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Barkley inside handoff. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Giants have taken the lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Through one quarter, 14-7. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion result. 9 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson to return. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's showtime, baby.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
Boom at the end of the run and finishes it. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 58 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Bringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Flush to his right. Going up top for Kupp. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot down. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call.
After review
So
the play,
not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. To throw on 3rd down. Winters got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to run.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. Make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals, because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Edwards-Helaire is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard. 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he is not going anywhere. He will not even get back to the line of scrimmage as the clock will stop at the 2-minute warning. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Rosas' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they got to make sure they continue to keep them out.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right. Touchdown!
Anthony Schwartz, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Former first-rounder Clyde Edwards-Helaire ready to go here. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Looking to throw on second down. Winters. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time. Back to throw. Winters. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's showtime, baby.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Rosa's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've reached halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out again, and there's the burner, Anthony Schwartz. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one, because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They go play action here on first down. And this one too low.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Winters. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Up the middle with Barkley, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And space tough to come by there, as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for New York. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And they'll begin by running the option. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive started foot, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Edwards-Helaire. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. There don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's third down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And that one was easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On the return, Jackson. Adoree Jackson on the return. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. And they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And he finds Parker here, complete. And he is going to have the Rams first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, Winters. And that'll be incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jacoby Myers. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And New York set to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 86 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. A handoff, Barkley running left. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Bass is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted. But he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked him.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. They are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. Winters. That is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked up by Justin Reed. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On first down, Winters. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Back to throw again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Winters. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.